And you got Adam Jacques here from the Jacques at the Indo Expo in Portland, Oregon. And with me is
Duffy, Microbe Life. Scott.
So they are from Microbe Life, and they do
Bacteria. Microbes.
So when using your product, would you consider it being best used in conjunction with another line, or?
Well, yeah, we're not a fertilizer, right? So we're not a nutrient, so you really need to use it with another line. Okay. We improve the biology. We make it better, easier for the plant to use what you're doing. So whatever fertilizer you're feeding it, you use our bacteria with it, it'll use more of that fertilizer, and it'll use it more efficiently, so less waste. Okay. Less in, more out. But because we're not a nutrient, you have to use us with another line. Yeah, we're not a...
Biological additives.
Yeah, you think of us like a soil amendment or an additive or a probiotic for plants, however you want to look at it. We're improving the biology that enables the plant to work.
And so what we're doing is we're creating a soil or creatures in the soil that can help break down material so the plant can uptake it better?
That's part of it, yeah. So we're boosting the soil web, which is all of that biology in the soil. And we also are working inside the plant, enabling the plant to use more light, to cycle more carbon. So we actually increase the plant's photosynthetic ability.
That's fantastic. And where can people find your products or information about your products?
Hopefully everywhere.
I do know that I see it absolutely everywhere, and I use it in my garden, and it is freaking awesome.
But you can also find us on our website, which is...
Our website, easy plug, microbelifehydro.com. or on Instagram at Microbe Life or Facebook at Microbe Life. And just to add, we are a family-owned business, founded in 1976. Our microbes, we're very fortunate, are used on crops all over the globe. Everything from citrus to tomatoes to trees to soy. We got into the cannabis space about 7 years ago because we knew that cannabis cultivation needed our microbes. And in 7 years, we've really done a nice job promoting and at least educating growers. At least we're skeptical to add different types of microbes to their, to their plants that are their lifestyle. So we're very appreciative to be a part of the clean medicine movement and to, essentially be some part of the atmosphere of helping people who need this plant. And, so any farmers that are using our products, we're very appreciative of your support.
And that's why everybody loves their products. Absolutely have one of the best reputations in the industry as far as I'm concerned with your products. One fun question before I wrap this up here. Why does the photosynthesis smell so bad? What is the reaction that's causing, and bad is a wrong word because actually I've come to enjoy that smell, but what is causing that pungent aroma?
So it actually smells like roses. We put that stink in there so that we stand out. No, it's actually, so the bacteria, every bottle is grown in the container we ship it in. So it's fermented in the container. So whether it's a 4-ounce bottle or a 55-gallon drum or a 275, it's actually grown fermented in that container. And what happens is the bacteria, the photosynthetic bacteria is vegetative. It's always going through a life cycle. So we have to feed it. And in the container, when the oxygen gets used up and it goes anaerobic in the container, it has the ability to feed on sulfur. So we feed it sulfur. And the byproduct of that is hydrogen sulfide, which actually doesn't put it to sleep, but actually builds up in the container, works like a sedative and slows down the life cycle. So it helps extend its shelf life even further. That's why once you open it, the shelf life gets a little shorter.
Gotcha.
Pass it off. But the smell is a byproduct of keeping it alive in the bottle.
And I'll let you know, that smell means it's good. Means it's good.
Smell of success.
Well, I want to thank you guys so much. I will put a link in the video to their website, and thank you very much, guys. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you.
Enjoy the expo.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Awesome.
In Portland, Oregon, with one of my greatest friends, an industry icon,
Jay Kitchen from Uptown Growlab.live.
Uptown Growlab.live now. Okay. So Jay did this amazing YouTube channel where you could go in and shoot the shit with him. He'd show you new products and smokables. What happened?
YouTube went on a cannabis, not just a cannabis purge, but a so-called controversial content purge. They wanted to be Netflix, I think. This is my theory. So they took down tons of cannabis content. They took down Cervantes. They took down strain hunters. Then they also took down gun channels. So it wasn't just weed. And then they realized, I think, that they were losing so damn much money that 2 months later they mysteriously started reinstating people. Didn't tell anybody. I got phone calls from people saying, hey man, your channel's back up. Your channel's back up. So I was still banned from live streaming, which we can live stream if we want, but so the channel's back, but in the interim, I kind of figured I don't want to rent a room from YouTube, I want to have my own house. So that's where UptownGrowlab.live comes from. It's a website with live streaming every night. We live stream every night at 8 o'clock Pacific time. We give away prizes 3 times an hour, and we have a ball.
That's awesome.
Basically.
What else have you been up to?
I'm running my first real seed crop, not like inadvertent.
What cross is?
Pot of Gold and Granddaddy Purple. And I'm not even high yet.
Granddaddy Purple, one of my personal favorite strains and favorite breeding strains.
It's such good medicine. What am I going to call it? The first one is the Boricua Kush, named after my friend Angel, who passed in February of brain cancer, who was a huge Indica fan. So I figured it's appropriate. The Pot of Gold and the Granddaddy Purps, it's the kind of shit that he would love. So I kind of took a cue from you and Frank's gift. So it's going to be the Boricua, and maybe we'll appeal to the Spanish market. I don't know.
So when people want to find you, so before I get to the finishing it up, I saw, and I didn't have a chance to watch the video yet, but I saw that you had a candy pipe that you were smoking out of. How fucking terrible is a candy pipe?
It was pretty gross. They call it a lolly pipe. And it's basically a piece of molded candy, hard candy, with a carb and an air hole, so to speak, I guess, for lack of a better word. And, it smokes. I mean, you can smoke out of an apple, you can smoke out of anything, but it tastes...
Is the bowl lined with anything, or are you just hitting candy?
It's candy. And it's supposed to be, you can eat the whole thing when you're done.
So eat resin candy when you're done. This sounds fantastic. Will you do those product reviews? You get the Kush boxes and stuff like that. I like those videos. Whenever I see those, I drop in and I'm like, what kind of shit are they trying to push on you this time?
What couldn't they get rid of this month?
Right. So when people want to go and watch these awesome videos, I know you do tours of your garden, show what's going on, and as far as I'm concerned, he has some of the best content in this market available. He is a very personable person. He tells it how it is. He doesn't sugarcoat shit. And
Life is too short. I'm an old motherfucker.
And I love the guy. When people want to see you, where do we go?
Easiest is YouTube. Uptown Growlab Inc. is our channel. But for the real action, go to UptownGrowlab.live. Okay. Same videos are there, but we live stream there, and it's just a lot more fun.
That's fantastic. Thank you, Jay. Love you.
Thank you, Adam.
Bye.
Cheers, everybody.
Have you really? That fast? I know. So we're gonna go out back and have a safety meeting.
Ready? All right. And Adam back from JockCast. I'm hanging out with Guy from Grow Magazine, a cannabis horticulturally based magazine. Why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
This magazine was born a couple years ago in a boiler room in Eugene's Whitaker neighborhood, and it's the fastest growing magazine at Barnes & Noble last year of all the magazines they sell. And we've had the pleasure of being able to work with this fella right here, one of our star writers. That's pretty much been featured in every issue. And it's really the fruits of my wife and I's desire to put a horticulturally based cannabis magazine out there. There are so many wonderful lifestyle magazines, as we all know, and but as a grower of over 20 years now and a publisher of 12 years, we So it's sort of the perfect storm of my life's existence.
So I will say that out of anybody that I've ever been offered to write for or do anything, I was so blessed to be asked by these guys to do it because it is an educational magazine. There's not a lot of brand pushing or, hey, if you buy an ad, we'll do an article on you or anything like that. So it's just a lot of really good information, a lot of really good people, wholesome people going into it. Something exciting that they're doing right now is the Grow Classic. You want to talk about the Grow Classic a little bit?
I appreciate the opportunity to share with you. Yeah, we're in the second year. We learned some very valuable lessons last year, and the competition is essentially a head-to-head competition of Oregon's 50 elite growers, where we cut 200 clones from the same mama this year, and we distributed 4 clones each to 50 of Oregon's premier growers all around the state. Schlepping clones from Gold Beach to Medford to Grants Pass, Roseburg, Eugene, Salem, Portland, Sandy, Redmond, Culver, Bend, Sun River. Anyway, you get the picture. 50 premier growers deliver these clones, and they do their thing with them, and we return November 3rd to pick up a cuper of each grower's harvest and submit 5 grams of that cuper to the Greenleaf Labs for testing and analysis, and then with the remainder of the QP, we divvy it up into anonymously numbered jars and bring these wonderful cases back to each grower and the very next day, and then they get 2 weeks to smoke on the contents of anonymously numbered jars and nominate their 3 favorite nugs of the 50, and so then we reconvene November 17th to party in Eugene's Wit and award $5,000 for most THC content, $5,000 for most terpene content, and $5,000 for the grower's choice as selected by the fellow growers. Select them on the case.
And just so you know, not only do I write for the magazine, I'm also in this contest. So I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. So if people want to look up Grow Mag, get a subscription, check out your content. I do know you're in Barnes & Nobles. I've seen you in a few other places. What are good outlets to pick you up in, and what's a good website for information?
Growmag.com is the home base of limited information, since we're not electronic people. We're print people, but we're gaining a leg to stand on in the electronic world, so more to come there. But that's how to tune into us and find out how to contact us in our boiler room. 541-762-GROW. It's me, my wife, Bear, our wonderful friend, and Dave and Billy, my old college roommate that I grew with in 95, 96, 97, right over there with the ball cap. He's doing sales. And it's really, it's a home team operation of growers, by growers, for growers, I suppose you could say. And so, we appreciate the love and the support. Subscriptions there, and like Adam said, Barnes & Noble, Kroger locations in select kind states. You know who you are. And peace and blessings to everybody. Thank you so much for the love and support.
Thank you so much, Guy. Love your magazine, and we'll talk soon. Thank you.
Let's go get high. Fuck the dumb shit. I just saw him go by.
Wait, that was 2 fingers. This one was supposed to be 1. Old growth Phil. What's up, Adam?